Dr. Partha Chatterjee, The Silent Social Revolutionist, Part 4.
Many people often ask me, what is life? In one word, it is not answerable. At least 100 people have defined what is life. I'm not going to repeat it, but to my opinion and what I have gained through my own experiences, that life is nothing but struggle, and that struggle is always tinged with success and failure. Failure and success go side by side. If you accept success, you have to accept your failure. And the failure does not last. Failure paves the way towards success. Few days ago, one Santal boy from remote village, aged about 25, came to me. He is matriculate, and by standard of the tribals in our country, the matriculation passing matriculation examination or Madhyamik examination is quite adequate to take care of livelihood of a tribal boy. But for the last 4 or 5 years, the boy is working as a daily agricultural labor, earning only 110 rupee per day by giving 8 hours labor. Now I ask him that you are a matriculate. I don't mind that you work in agricultural sector, but why do you spend your life like an illiterate fellow, having spent all the day for 110? You may succeed in many ways. Government has set up many provisions for the tribal people in our country. Now, he said that he has not tried out. It was his inclination, intention that he would go away to a big town where some of his classmates have already gone and they are established. But I asked, why don't you go? I gave him ample illustrations that people who have not confined themselves in four walls and have made journey to the outer world, they have made success in life. At least we know that about 36,000 goldsmiths from West Bengal districts went to Mumbai in search of fortune. And now many of them, I met many of them who have amassed wealth and very rich people in Mumbai town. Now unless they would have cared for leaving their home, they could not have earned such a fortune. Because we do not go out, because we are very much afraid of seeing the life outside our home. And if we can come over or that fear, that definitely we do not know what is awaiting us. Now people are getting easily frustrated because they think that things will come to them in platter. Things will be made easy to them, and they will be one day somebody will knock at their door and offer some appointment letter or some wealth. But it is not true. Life is not like that. Once upon a time, long ago, a young boy of England made that same mistake. He thought that life is very easy. He tried and tried, but he failed. And he, out of frustration, he wanted to kill himself. He tried to kill himself once, twice, but he failed. However, ultimately he came to India as a junior clerk of East India Company. He was a clerk, And then he was so frustrated that he took out his revolver from his pocket and pulled out the trigger, aiming at his forehead. But again, this revolver did not work. So he was saved. And had he not saved for the third time in his life, India would not have been dependent and the battle of Plassey could not be won. And the British Empire in India could not have been set in. He was no more, he was a leader, he was a person, he was not leader, he was only ordinary person, he was ordinary clerk. His name was Robert Clive. He is known to everybody. That Clive, he tried his fortune and he came to India as mere clerk. But when the British were defeated in Madras by the French, he was made prisoner, he was made captive, but very soon he was set free along with other British people, and East India Company made him some officer in the company, gave his upper rank, and he was sent to Calcutta to take charge of the East India Company there. And rest of the fate of Lord Clive was rested in history of India. I am not going to repeat that, how he established himself as the supreme of East India Company and made India annexed with the British Empire. Now what I am going to tell you, that you do not know what is waiting for you. You do not know that the hard life of today may not last tomorrow. There are numerous examples in life that all great men, they suffered in their lifetime, once, twice, or even suffered whole life. The warning shows the day this proverb is not applicable in everywhere in life. Many people did show nothing in their early childhood. They were born in a very poor family. Even they could not proceed their studies in time due to poverty. Even they were not found out a potential genius for their future, but still they succeeded. I will give you one instance. Take for instance Abraham Lincoln. At the age of 12, he learned his first alphabet of life, the A, B, C, D, E. He could not learn till 12 years of age. And even when he learned it, he had no resource to carry on. His father was so poor that he could not give him a slate to write. We used some other alternatives to learn his first lesson in writing. But when he was so curious about reading books to earn knowledge that he himself made his way to acquire knowledge. I will give you one instance that he came to know that a person possesses a library at his home. But this library is across the river, a creek. He wanted to go to that gentleman's house to read books only. But when he reached the river, there was no ferry. Although once upon a time he ferried, he used to work as a boatman. Our ex-president Abdul Kalam, he was the son of a boatman. He became president. And Abraham Lincoln himself was a boatman. But at that time, there was no boatman to ferry him across. So he swam across the river. And in a drenched condition, completely wet condition, he reached the home of the gentleman to read books. So, however, there are many persons who have more failure than success. But when they become successful, people would not remember his failure. They would remember him for his success. Take for instance, I'm talking about Napoleon Bonaparte. As you know, Napoleon was a great phenomenon in the history of Europe. He conquered almost Europe, and everybody was afraid of him once upon a time. And he started his life as a corporal, as a junior most soldier in the army. But some of his plan became very much abortive and futile. And take for instance his campaign against Russia is maybe great failure. However, but great success he made also at the same time. Ultimately, he was defeated by the British and afterwards by the combined army of Austria, Prussia, Russia. So all covered, he was defeated by them, and he was sent to a island, and a desolate island, where he died at the age of 50.
Saint Helena. Saint Helena.
Saint Helena.
The island name of the island.
হয়ে গেছে এটা আমি কি বলছি